So we have known for many years now that there is a mind-gut connection. But how exactly does your gut microbiome affect the infants? Are there any studies that show how they can attribute to your baby's behavior or neurodevelopment? There's something very exciting and new out there that I'm going to share with you. We're also going to go over how to improve your microbiome if you are a mom, if you're lactating, if you're breastfeeding, to help optimize your baby's microbiome. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Eileen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician and I am so glad that you're here. On this channel, we go over some of the most commonly discussed topics in pediatrics so you can walk away feeling more empowered. So we've known for some time that there is a strong mind and gut connection. This has in fact in research been studied in many animal and invertebrate models, such as the mice models and zebrafish. So research has shown in germ-free environments, zebrafish and mice behave very differently than in germ-possessive environments. So how does that actually translate into human beings? Well, studies been done in infants on the study of microbiome and neurodevelopment has just been published in June in Nature Communication, a major journal that describes the relationship between microbiome and infants. In this study, in fact, they looked at how the microbiome predicts and affects the tendency of the infants to have a fear-based response. Researchers at two major universities conducted this prospective cohort longitudinal study. That means they started out and ended up with 34 infants in this study total. They followed them at 1 month of age all the way through 1 year of age. The researchers looked at the microbiome profile of these infants at 1 month of age and also at 1 year of age. And then they assessed the infant's response with observation from the parents to certain fear-based situations like new simulations or new situations. And this study showed a strong association between the composition of the gut microbiome and the fear-based behavior of the infants. And in fact, an interesting thing that they found is that the more balanced your microbiome is, the more likely that the infant will behave more even-keeled and be able to tolerate a stressful new situation with less fear. Well, what does this tell us? Well, there's still a lot to learn about exactly what in our microbiome contributes and regulates our neurodevelopment, but it does show that babies who have more balanced, healthier microbiome at a very young age, at 1 month to 1 year, can affect and attribute to their fear-based response and their neurodevelopment. So that is very interesting. So this leads me to my second point, and that is, as a new mom or as a breastfeeding mom, what are some of the factors that affect your baby's microbiome? Are some of those under your control, and what exactly are those? Now, some of the factors involved in establishing a healthy microbiome in your infants are related to whether your baby is vaginally delivered or through a C-section, whether they are premature or full term, the mother's microbiome during pregnancy and during lactation. But there are some factors that you can modify, such as avoiding unnecessary antibiotic use for you, the mom, and also for your infant if it's not necessary, because antibiotic really alters the composition of your gut microbiome, and also your diet during pregnancy and lactation, and what you introduce as solid foods to your baby. In general, my recommendation for breastfeeding moms who want to optimize their gut microbiome is having a diet that is balanced in a large variety of foods. The more variety you have in your diet, it will contribute to having a more balanced microbiome, because different microbacteria needs to be there to digest and absorb the different kind of nutrients that you're taking. You also want to make sure that you are eating a large amount of prebiotics, which is generally referred as to those insoluble fibers. Fibers can be found in whole grains, it can be found in vegetables, legumes. So you want to have a good amount of prebiotics in your diet. And it's also not a bad idea to have some fermented food This may be in the same category of yogurt, like whole yogurts that are not flavored or sweetened, and also kimchi or sauerkrauts and those things, because they offers and strengthens the microbiome. And lastly, trying to reduce the amount of artificial sweeteners in your diet. They can lead to having imbalances and having more harmful bacteria in your gut. And by the way, if you found any helpful information in this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified for the newest videos. And there you have it, the basics of microbiome and some of the up and coming research showing that there is such a strong correlation between the microbiome and your baby's health and our health in general. Please stay tuned for the next video. If you have any questions and comments below, please leave them. I read every single one of them and I will get back to you. Take care, till next time, be safe.